Lexington police say this man, Caleb Howard, is accused of sexually abusing a customer during a massage. It happened on March 14th at the Massage Envy on Bryant Road in Hamburg. Howard's arrest citation says the customer told police he conducted himself inappropriately during the massage.
She realized something was off and understood enough to look up and see what was going on, and she felt something and she was violated.
Alexandria McMaster is one of the attorneys representing the woman who accused Howard of sexually abusing her. At the time, court records say she screamed for the manager and Howard ran from the room. During an interview with police, Howard's citation says he admitted the woman's claims were true. Howard was arrested and charged with first-degree sexual abuse.
Our client is here to hold the businesses accountable that allowed this perpetrator ever to be in that room with her, which never should have happened in the first place.
A lawsuit filed on behalf of the woman claims this incident is part of a larger issue with Massage Envy locations across the country. The suit says there are, quote, hundreds of known reports of sexual assaults and exploitation by its therapists occurring throughout the country. It claims the continued assaults and exploitations are a result of a conspiracy among the company, its franchisees, and its regional developers directors to hide the known danger of sexual assaults at its locations from the public.
Ultimately, the responsibility needs to be on the people that are hiring these people to look out for those red flags, to know that this is a rampant problem in this industry and at some of these massage chains.
The lawsuit is seeking compensatory and punitive damages. McMaster says oftentimes when one person comes forward, others follow. So their team is still working to see if there may be any additional survivors here in Kentucky. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKY.